Welcome back, Central Georgia. My name's Molly, and I'm here with Taylor. I mean, let's go back a second. Are you a Tom Brady fan?
No, but I'm also just like not that big of a football person either. What
I
about
completely understand. Not really, but would you ever pay that much money for a football?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I don't have that money, so.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about how we do not have the money to begin with. But if I did, it would not be spent on that. If you had that much money, what would you spend it on?
I don't know. Part of me wants to be the good person and donate it to a charity. Yeah. Part of me wants to, pay off a car.
Well, that's a good idea.
Practical things.
Yeah. Part of me would make it sunny and 75 every day if I could. If we had this little weather machine, which we don't, but if we did, I would pay the weather machine to make it sunny and 75. But at least
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I would appreciate it too. But at least this morning, it at least is nice and a little bit mild around the area, and we do have some fog in the area, which is making it feel a little bit cooler and definitely making that drive around the area a little bit harder. Right now, here's a live look there at the National Fairgrounds in Perry. You can see some of those bluer skies near the top of the screen and some of those partly cloudy skies. Then as you get into the bottom near the horizon, that's some of that fog coming in the area. So we are underneath a dense fog advisory till 10 a.m. But it's seeming like, regardless of this fog, people are actually getting out and already enjoying their Easter Sunday. A lot of RVs parked here down in Perry, so something must be going on. I know that the past couple of days we had that dog show and they were jumping in the pool. It was super cute. We'll see if that is continuing for today. But for Perry, we are still in the low 60s and those winds are staying calm, which is good news for us. But like I said, places like Perry and Houston County, we're underneath a dense fog advisory. That's until 10 a.m. today for everybody in this gray color. The only places not in there are places along I-16 in our extreme southeastern counties, but that's for visibility underneath a quarter mile. So just be very careful. I can attest for myself when I was driving into work this morning, the fog is super thick. You may not be able to see very far in front of you. Just take your time. No high beams for today. Here's a look at the current visibility around the area, and we're seeing most of the dense fog there for our northeastern counties, anywhere from Sandersville up into Monticello, so be careful there. Around the metro or the Macon area, we're seeing some good visibility around there, from there to Warner Robins, and then down to 0 miles per hour or 0 miles there in Cordele in terms of visibility. So be super careful driving out and going to any church activities or any Easter fun activities this morning. Thankfully, in terms of those Easter fun activities, we are staying dry around the area. It's going to be a beautiful morning. No worries about the rain, but the umbrella will be needed later. We are in a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe storms for everybody in Central Georgia. The main threat's going to be damaging winds and maybe some small hail. So just be careful, be a little bit weather aware today. But again, this is a very, very low end threat. The biggest impact will probably just be some heavy downpours. So I'll take you through hour by hour what you could expect. So by the 10 a.m. hour, we're seeing those partly cloudy skies come through, perfect for some of those sunrise and Easter morning services. Now, as we head towards noon, the storms really take control of the heat of the day. So temperatures will be in the 70s, maybe some 80s as you head south and east, but you're seeing some pop-up showers starting to pop up around the area. That will continue to get going as we head into the 2 p.m. hour. Temperatures will be in the 80s by then. Then by 5 p.m., let's wrap up all of those Easter celebrations or all those Sunday activities, because the rain really starts to get going across Georgia, especially down the I-85 corridor. Some heavier downpours rolling through as we head towards the 7 p.m. hours. So make sure your Easter dinner is ready and already cooked, especially if you're going to be grilling outside. And we'll have some of those gusty winds possibly and some small hail coming through. Now by the 9 p.m. hour, that's going to be for eastern counties, and we'll still see some of those heavier downpours. That should be moved out though by the 10 to 11 p.m. hour, and that's where our severe risk ends for today. Temperatures will still be in the 60s, so very mild, but cloud cover will still be around for today. So giving you the big picture of your Easter Sunday, it will be foggy and definitely rainy as we head into the afternoon hours. By 8 a.m., 65 degrees. We're going to head into the 80s by this afternoon, the rain coming down by about 4 to 5 p.m. Now heading into Monday, we're going to keep this rainy pattern going. So the Monday morning will be a little bit messy, especially if you're heading to work. Temperatures will still be in the 60s, but a washout in terms of that rain. That will continue to get going as you're heading to work and taking those kids to school. Thankfully, the rain chances start to die down as we head into the afternoon, and we should be good by the 6 p.m. hour. But for places that are south and east of Macon, we're still in that level 1 risk for tomorrow for gusty winds, small hail, and the possibility for some heavy rain. We look to keep clear as we head into the rest of the work week, though, and that's good news, but we will cool down behind our cold front. Temperatures will be in the 60s on Tuesday. We're going to warm back to the 70s on Wednesday, and then sunshine and 80s return before we head into the weekend.